From increasing productivity and enhancing collaboration to inspiring organization dedication and decreasing employee burnout, the benefits of having women in the workforce are well documented. Look at how women led nations successfully subdued the initial corona outbreak. One common theme that was seen was the swiftness of response and the real estimation of the risks. Studies tell us that closing the gender gap can increase GDP by an average of 35%. So, if the companies rise to the moment with bold action, they can protect hard won gains in the gender diversity area and lay the foundation for a better workplace long after COVID 19 is behind us. Today, we have Sandhya Sharma with us, the CFO of Schindler, who, in her own words, is a die-hard optimist and strongly believes that people are at the heart of the organization, and that, in return, helps build strong core values. Thank you for joining us, Sandhya. Sandhya, what are some traits you think great leaders possess?
I would say one is empathy, definitely. Second is humbleness. And third is risk-taking capabilities.
Sandhya, what advice would you give to women who are trying to break into leadership positions? Where do you think they should start?
I would say one is focus, definitely. Many of them I find, including me till some point in time, I wasn't giving enough importance to my role, I would say. I was just acting or going by the flow. Never really thought that what my long-term goal is and do I need to prepare well for that. So focus is one thing. Second is don't doubt yourself. Many a times, probably, or I have also done, I wouldn't say about others, I have also doubted my skill. This imposter syndrome thing always haunts us that why should someone listen to me? Am I really capable of taking up that role? So many a times this imposter syndrome takes us back. And I would say third is the confidence and the importance to self. That is the self-respect part. Many a times we kind of go down under a pressure or probably try to be more accommodating. I would say over there self-respect is very important. So for me, it is focus. It is not doubting yourself and self-respect.
Sandhya, what is your leadership style? What are the 3 traits that describe you best?
I would say I'm a totally people's person. I love to interact with people, and that has given me an edge over others. My personal relationship and trust building. So I think that is the core. Even if I'm a finance professional, I wouldn't rate finance knowledge as the primary objective or the primary requirement. Definitely not. And I always say, as I read somewhere, actually, it's not my line, that I'm not taking care of finance. I'm taking care of people who are taking care of finance. So I would say trust and relationship definitely comes at the core for me. And also being humble towards learning new things. Many a times I have done my CA a long time back, or I am not at all the times abreast with the new things that is coming in the field. So one is humbleness to be able to learn at every time. I can't be in a false kind of aura or thinking that I know everything, I'm the boss.
Sandhya, as a woman leader, what has been the most significant barrier in your career and how did you overcome it?
I would say my first boss was a lady. And I wouldn't say I ever had a barrier in terms of the diversity issue at any point in time, because for me, she was the role model I had seen at the start of my career. However, from career point of view, from corporate point of view, I did not see much barrier. But yes, I would say the major barrier was managing both the family and the need of the finance role. Usually, finance role is something which requires long hours. I know it's crazy at times. I have not been able to really dissect what is the problem, but yes. So it was a kind of juggling, and the most difficult part I would say was the guilt ride of every day while going to office was leaving my daughter at home and going when she was small.
I know this is off script, but can I ask you then what kept you going? How did you make the decision of continuing to work?
This is a very one liner which my dad says is सब कुछ करके देने के लिए लोग मिलते हैं, कमा के कोई नहीं देता. So the very thought of being financially independent at all the times was the sole purpose that kept me going.
We have seen the acceleration of digital adoption in the wake of the pandemic. As a finance leader, how do you see this impacting the workplace, Sandhya? And do you think this will drive women inclusion in the workforce?
Yeah, I see a good amount of financial world accepting digital innovations and digital tools. SAP Concur is one of them, definitely. But I would say how it's helping the women folks is it does not require someone to be in office at all the time. And that has given the agility to women to choose the workplace. They need not be in office all the time. And these digital tools have kind of assured the women folks that they can be a caregiver at times and also manage the work. And I have such colleagues in my team as well. And one of them recently, during pandemic, unfortunately, her father-in-law had detected cancer, and she was able to take care of the family. And I never had any issue with her work, kind of at any point in time. She would manage her timelines and she would manage the work.
A lot of young professionals, especially in the finance domain, are inspired by your achievements and accolades. Could you share some more insight into your professional journey? What do you think is your key differentiator, Sandhya?
Okay, if I say I got married at the age of 20 before starting my CA. So I did my CA after my marriage. I would say that takes a lot of patience and perseverance to continue. Definitely, there was a lot of support from my husband, my family, and my parents. Kind of juggling. I remember my husband, and during those times, it was not easy to get a maid to cook all the time, and early hours and late nights. And I remember my husband cooking at both the times, morning as well as night. So I would say it started that way. And this kind of journey helped me to never give up. At any point in time in my career, even if I would be at the brink, I would like motivate myself to be going at all the times. Me starting my career with internal audit gave me a good grasp of all the processes. And in my earlier organization like Mahindra, I have kind of audited most of their companies. So be it Club Mahindra or be it Tech Mahindra. So I would say it gave me a lot of clarity on the processes to be and helped me adapt those practices and processes in the current role.
Please, can you share an incident where, according to you, your multiplier or innovator trait drove the success?
Okay, if I see it is about, I always think managing an organization is like managing a home, and where I draw inspiration from is my mom and how she used to always inspire my dad as well to do better. But at the same time, she would do the cost reduction at her level, whatever she is doing or whatever was possible for her. But at the same time, keeping all the stakeholders happy. So I would say this same thought process, if I imbibe or adopt in an organization, I am doing the same thing. I'm trying to bring the focus of the team folks to more sustainable profit, but at the same time keeping a tab on the costs and ensuring that none of the important factors of a business is impacted in a negative way. So I would say my journey starts with the strategy house of the organization and how I can, as a professional, finance professional, support the strategy of the organization. But primarily not to talk in a very glamorous way. It is what my mom used to do. I am inspired a lot by that, and I try to achieve those things in office or in my professional career.
What has been the most rewarding project that you have worked on, Sandhya? And what have your key takeaways been from that experience?
I would say a small project was installing solar panels in our factory. I was taking care of the factory at that point in time in 2017, and it was solar panels installation project. And I know it was quite technical for me, right from understanding what a bus bar is in an electrical concept to ensuring that the net metering is done. It was very technical, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And you know what kind of inspires me now or kind of motivates me to do something different is whenever I see the factory's aerial view and I see the solar panels on it, it kind of gives me a very proud moment that yeah, I have done it.
How can women differentiate themselves and reach your level of success given the sector and the roles gender gaps, especially in leadership? What are your recommendations or tips to share with others?
I would say one is many a times female folks are kind of giving up when they're about to reach this level. And because it requires more effort, more time, I would say, more than effort, the time that they require to put it in this role. Because definitely nurturing this role at the mid level requires a lot of effort. I would say that is the time when many people are giving up. I would suggest every one of them not to think that this is a man's world. Definitely not. It is a definitely women's world. We have learned it from, as I gave the analogy, my mom used to be more finance person than my dad. She used to know everything. So if I just by earning, it does not give you a kind of finance person's tag. I would say it is also about managing the money that you have earned. I feel if we are able to kind of manage a bit of I wouldn't say imperfectness, but yes, I'm not a good cook, but I'm okay with that. I'm not a mother who's available to the child at every point in time, but I have never felt earlier, yes, when she was small, I used to have a guilt ride all the time. But now when I see her grow up as a good teenager, very balanced in her thoughts, very independent, very proud of me, I really feel good that sometimes leaving the children also is not that bad.
Sandhya, we're now down to the last question in this section and before we go to rapid fire. So, what is your favorite city in India besides the one you live in?
I see Pune. I lived there for 2 years.
What's your favorite festival?
I would say Holi. And like a finance person, I have an analogy to it that बिना ज़्यादा पैसे खर्च किए खेल सकते हैं and enjoy कर सकते हैं. You don't need to have the best of clothes and the accessories, just colors and you're through. So I would say, and I have always liked Holi. So for me, it's favorite always Holi.
Mountains or beaches?
Beaches at any point in time. Mountains are kind of tedious to travel up. Beaches are always accessible and good.
Winters or summers?
Winters or at any point in time.
Dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
What's your favorite quote?
I would say Jiyo or Jeene Do.
Okay, what are you reading right now?
The Power of Subconscious Mind. Just started it day before yesterday.
If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
I would say to heal people's illness.
If you had to teach a class on one thing, what would you teach?
Trust easily.
Zoom or Teams? I think I know the answer.
Yes, Teams at any point in time.
Sandhya, it has been delightful to hear the story of your very authentic leadership journey, the importance of having focus, letting go of the imposter syndrome, learning at all times, and the significance of persevering. This, in fact, reminds me of the lines from my favorite poem. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Thank you for joining us, Sandhya.
Pleasure, Mankiran.